I think it's important for us to always be having conversations about how our church, how our nonprofit, how our faith-based business is communicating to people. It's a conversation that we don't normally have, that seems kind of unnatural for us to have, but we need to have it. Because what we're starting to see is this uptick of crisis and finding natural ways to handle it that glorifies God, but also addresses the issue. What's going on, y'all? I'm your boy DK Hammonds, still serving, leading, and connecting people to their destiny. This picture quality is amazing. I probably need to turn my lights up a little bit more, but that's okay. I am also filming in a new way through this application called DJ Osmo. This camera allows me to stream this way. Normally I'm streaming straightforward. This gives me the opportunity to just stream and talk to you guys. So I want to talk about church communication while I eat these grapes. Just had a real dope conversation with Kim Tarleton of Church Communication Group and what all the things that go into church communication, all the things that encompass it and what it goes with. I think it's important for us to always be having conversations about how our church, how our nonprofit, how our faith-based business is communicating to people. It's a conversation that we don't normally have, that seems kind of unnatural for us to have, but we need to have it. Because what we're starting to see is this uptick of crisis and finding natural ways to handle it that glorifies God, but also addresses the issue. It doesn't necessarily just say, oh, I had a failure, or I failed to sin, or, sex was my issue. No, it's speech direct. It gives people information to make a decision and allows them to move forward. That is a part, crisis is a part of church communication. Marketing, it's an arm of church communication. Social media, an arm of social communication. Digital technology, digital discipleship, an arm of church communication. Put all those arms together, you have a force that can make an impact to the kingdom of God in your respectful place. Now, you're going to tell me, hey, I can't afford, or hey, I can't do, or hey, I can't be a part of, or hey, all of these excuses, I don't want to hear. What we need to be trying to do is find out ways that we can properly collaborate to get to kind of close these gaps within the space of communication that better helps us communicate to God, his people, and his disciples. That's our audience. And if you want to say to the people that are unchurched, it will equally be them too. So you have to have all of those things to be able to communicate as it relates to church. So that's kind of when you hear church communication, think of those levels, and then you go granular and you drill down and you have something even more impactful. That's what church communication is, and that's what we're starting to see in the church. Now, what do I see some of the trends happening? You're starting to see AI being used in the area of church communication for what they would call copy, conversational pieces, blogs, etc. And I've stated in my podcast and tell y'all, AI is a tool. It's not in a position to replace. It can't replace a pastor. It can't replace anything that we do. It is simply a tool. And if it is used as a tool, it can be a really dope resource to empower, to equip, to connect people to your body and communicate with them openly. Also, I think as it relates to church communication, you got to see how you want your brand voice and brand conversation to be. I don't care if you're black, I don't care if you're brown, you got a voice, you got a tone in which you want people to communicate, right? Here's an example of another issue that may be coming up in church communication. Now you have politics that's happening and how we're going to communicate when politics is on and off. Some churches have not communicated at all because they're not engaged in the process on that level. And that's your responsibility and that's respected. But it's that Bible and it's that kingdom to not be engaged in the political process. It does not mean that you can't be a Christian and still have various political beliefs, because you can. So that's going to be a conversation coming up. Conversation after that is coming up as it relates to that. So all of these things kind of is what you're going to see at the forefront of church communication in terms of social media and how that to be used, AI, how that's going to be used, all to bring people closer and kind of make some of these processes easier for us to maintain, use, do, or we don't have to hire an additional FTE. So I wanted to share that and test out my new equipment, which, man, it looks fire. This allows me to kind of stream anywhere, anytime from my DJI Osmo 3. It's not an ad, but I love the DJI Osmo 3. Films in 4K, has real high resolution. And if I tap this button, I want to say it'll even track me in my office. And I didn't even have it tracking in my office because I just wanted to kind of sit here and chill. But I even think that's a dope feature for some pastor who's looking to stream, who can't afford a company. You can definitely get something like the DJI, put it up in your office, and have something of quality that people can hear. Again, not an ad, just something that I've had for the last month or two that I enjoy. And I'm going to be filming on a lot because I love the quality of it. So those two things, church communication, how it helps the church, what I'm using in terms of my product, in terms of the DJ Osmo, definitely flying the drone too here lately, just enjoying all of these new tools and how to use them at any shape, form, or fashion. So if you have any questions about church communication, I want to resource you. You're going to hear me say that a lot. There's church communication group that's running for free. You can go there. They have 35,000 plus people in church communication group that you can partner with. You can definitely reach out to Social Media Church, DK Consults, to kind of help you navigate those conversations. And there's various many people. There's Jen, there's Katie, there's myself, Niels, man, the list goes on and on. Those of us, my boy Nava, he's in this game. Those of us in this business, we definitely want to connect with you and help you broaden the church communication space, whether it be on your website, whether it be through SEO, whether it be through whatever the case may be, but also giving you tools to elevate sound and look. Because if you don't sound right, people are not going to support you. If you don't look right, people are not going to watch, and it's just going to go down that road. So I wanted to share this. And I also wanted to test my equipment out. So yeah, if y'all got any questions, hit me in the chat below. I appreciate it. Peace.